going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's Lady Luck here again. Oh man, it's been a day. It's been a day. It's been a day. I want you guys to come on in this live. I said I was gonna go live today, but I didn't want to schedule it just in case something happens, and I end up having to reschedule it. So, yay, we finally here. Hi, Enrique. How you doing? How's it going? I always look forward to your pink hand wave. How you doing? Hey, Karen. How you doing? How y'all doing? Hey, babe, Solo. What's going on? What's going on? You guys come on in. Come on in. 11 people in so far. Let's get those lights going. Y'all, we got some videos to check out with Public Ops. Because I'm ready to laugh. We all need a good comedic relief. And I have the indictments from the FBI of Keith Freeman and Thunker Lacey. Hey, Prima Donna, how you doing? How you doing? Let me put these comments up. Why do I keep forgetting to do that? Sorry, y'all. Y'all let me know if you can hear me well. You can see me well. Oh, man. It's been a day today. I had a good day today, guys. I went out with my mom to breakfast. Had a late breakfast. And then we went to the store. Realized Trump lied like hell. Groceries are not free. He did not pay at all. Good luck to that. You think you're going to go to the store and pull up some video Trump saying groceries are free? Good luck to that. I was shocked to see that milk is still like $2.99 or something. I was so shocked. I was like, yeah, eggs is $1,000, but milk is still $2.99. Okay. Gary said, I'm listening to doing my taxes. I wish you could do mine as well because I've been avoiding like the plague. I hate doing taxes. I have to do mine tonight, y'all. It's going to be a long night for me. I'm going to try to get through them as fast as possible. Ugh, I hate doing taxes. Oh, man, how's it going? How's it going? It's going to be a top-notch coverage. Get your coffee, tea, soda, pop, water, whatever you prefer. Enjoy. Yes, it is, Dave Solo. Hey, Jim, how you doing? How you doing, Jim? Y'all come on in here. Let's get comfortable. Hey, Saint, what's going on? I have some of the greatest mods ever, you guys. So we got our mods on full display tonight. Babe Solo is here. Saint's here. Hey, Jeff. Jeff is here. Hey, I missed your late night video. It was my birthday yesterday and needed some LLC to make my thing complete. Happy birthday, Jeff. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Happy birthday. I hope you had a good one. That was, oh man, we got a lot of Aries up in here. That's all, man. That's fun. Y'all know I can't sing. We have a good time with it. Robin, how you doing? Robin Phelps? Hi there. How you there? How you there? Y'all, we just going in. Prima Donna love meeting you and your husband. It was a blessing. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are going out there and meeting up with each other and hanging out. See how super stupid has actually brought people together. Skeeter, I hope you're rested. I did. I guess I got some rest. I didn't sleep as long as I want to. I did get some rest. I did. Plus the pollen is really bad here. And we're going into, spring or whatever it might be. Because we don't even have 4 seasons anymore. Nobody knows what's going on with the weather. But, the pollen is pretty bad. And all of a sudden, my allergies, I have allergies now. I don't, ever since I've been a mom, it wasn't before I had kids. It's like having babies just do something. But I love my babies now. Let me tell you. Welcome, Robin, Jeff, Saint, Jim C, Karen, Skeeter. Enrique, welcome you guys. And now it's complete. There you go. You guys wish Jeff a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Jeff. Happy belated birthday. I hope you enjoyed your day yesterday. Yes. So we're gonna check out uh Public Ops, y'all. It's going to be fun. He did a video with Lady Luck, but with Super Stupid. Oh God. With Super Stupid. She must be talking about me, you help. That help her talking about me. I know she is. It's his edits because it takes time to do these edits, guys. That's why I don't edit. I hate edits. I really hate edits, but it takes time to do them. So when I see people who put out great content, they have those edits. My hats off to you because it takes time. It is not something you can. Some people have others that help them do edits and stuff. They're at that point where they can get someone to do edits for them. I am not an edit person. I'm just not. And now my going almost 4 years of having this channel that I've been blessed to have, I don't do edits. I don't do it. And Artis did the intro video. So there you go. There you go. Hi Tanya, how you doing? Tanya in the house. Annie is in the house. Y'all hit that like button. Thank you. How you doing, Annie Grant? Y'all listen. This is gonna be fun. I can at least get to say I can take my time a little bit. Y'all welcome in. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It just warms my heart to know y'all can be doing anything else, but you're here hanging out with me, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna laugh a little bit. We're gonna check out Public Ops, and then we're gonna kind of go over a couple of the indictments. All right now. Hey Rodney. You said happy birthday, Jeff. Hey Lady Luck Club. How you doing? Y'all hit the like button and please subscribe. We're trying to hit 50,000 subs. Look, I'm trying to catch up with my Morehouse brother over there, Dear World Christian. He getting up there. I'm trying to catch up. But we want the channel to grow. We want this good content to get out to you guys. And I got an email requesting to do a foyer request on the St. Patrick's restaurant. So I did a foyer request for it. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I did the foyer request. So, with a foyer request, information is available to the public. Might not be free considering what you're asking for, and whether you're asking for like a DVD versus something electronic, or if you want stuff mailed to you. Those things do cost money. It takes resources to do that. So I don't know how much it's going to cost, and I did let them know at the Village of Dalton to please send me a quote before they just fulfill the foyer request to make sure that the price is reasonable, and then maybe it's something that everybody could chip in and do, depending on how much it is. Hopefully, it's free. It's just some documents I'm asking to be sent electronic. Please, Annabelle, to let me free. But I did send it over. And I did do the foyer. It was a foyer form you have to do. So I did send that over and emailed them today requesting the documents related to St. Patrick. So we'll see what happens with that, right? It should be interesting nonetheless. Here's my thing. And I want people to understand this. St. Patrick's is not under FBI investigation. It is the property that the restaurant sits on. It's broken down by 4 pins. That is what is under FBI investigation, is the subject property. The restaurant itself might have its own separate issues. It's one of the reasons why people are asking me to cover it and to get the FOIA request for it. That's something I don't mind doing, just kind of reporting on what's available and what I can get my hands on and share with you all. But it's one thing to get this information. And they know who I'm talking about. Those out there that just hate and loathe the trustees. You don't move the needle when you're always bashing the trustees. Okay. I'm not getting this information to try to flip it and to bash the trustees. But it's not necessary. If you are reporting facts and you're reporting information, then let it be that. You want to hold people accountable, hold them accountable, but at least be able to say what they're doing wrong and actually pinpoint what that particular trustee is doing wrong. To group them all together to say they ain't none of them any good because they did this and said that. No, knowing that we can see the meetings ourselves on YouTube. We can all see and hear for ourselves what has occurred in these meetings. I don't like Stan Brown, but I don't like him because he himself has advocated for those bonds and loans when Super Stupid was in place, right? When it came to that dumb water park or that ice skating rink, and then he flipped the script and wants to make it seem like, oh well, just want y'all to know we can't take out bonds and stuff. It's costing a lot of money. Like math hasn't changed just because you switch sides. Math is still math. If you couldn't afford the bonds when Super Stupid was mayor, you couldn't afford the bonds before or after she was mayor either. And honestly, why bring on more debt more than you need to over a dumb water park, right? And this is to Stan Brown. I see. I can call him out because there is a video of him advocating for bonds and loans, and then trying to justify it over a stupid ass water park. See, there's a difference in that. But sometimes being professional, if you're to be taken seriously, goes a long way. I don't have a reason to sit here. When I said it, I have not seen a financial plan from Jason House. I emailed him twice, reached out to him. Hey, what's your platform? What is your plan? How do you plan on bringing in revenue? I got a couple responses back. How do you know he don't have a plan? I'm asking. If he has it, I would love to see it. It wasn't to attack him or bash him. But if you hearing some of these YouTubers, it's just like, we just holding them accountable. No, you're just attacking and bashing because you're angry and you have nothing but just hatred for these folks, and it's not justified. Most of it is not justified, right? So there are things that some of them have done that were actually bad. Stan Brown is listed on the FBI subpoena as well. So call out the trustee and be able to point to exactly what they did, not grouping them all together. When it comes down to it, you can't say specifically what this one particular trustee has done to you or said to you to warrant all this fake outrage and anger. It's just childish, it's stupid, it's immature, and it shows your mentality if you just attack, 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 attack. So I hope they do fulfill the FOIA request. I did ask for the engineering report, inspection reports, anything that they can share that would fall in the guidelines of the FOIA law itself. There's certain things they may not be able to share because some of those documents, I think, the inspection reports have been requested by the FBI. So there may be some things they can provide and some things they can't because of the FBI investigation. So whatever they can provide, hopefully they email me back and respond. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Whatever they can provide to me, and they email me and respond with a quote if it costs money. Because the law says they have to fulfill the FOIA request. Doesn't say they have to absolutely do it for free. They can't charge if it's going to be, a considerable drain on the resources or whatnot, or manpower, just man hours and trying to get that stuff together. They can, it can cost a little money to get it. So I'll let you guys know either way. I did let them know, please, please, please tell me how much it's going to be before you do it. I know I'm not balling like that. So it might be something that people are willing to, hey, donate and pitch in to help cover. And then we can sit down and go over the information and talk about it. But not in the spirit of let's attack St. Patrick's, in the spirit of actually learning and gaining knowledge and getting information, not to attack the trustees. It's just ridiculous. All that fake outrage for these trustees that most of which haven't done anything wrong to anybody. I mean, to hear people still say that Jason House is, under investigation. Where? In what subpoena? Did I miss it? 'Cause I've gone over all the subpoenas. Where he listed at? Did he even go so far as say he went to jail? What? When did he go to jail? Where the hell? There's some court documents I'm missing out on. Like, come on, don't. It's just lies. When it's a provable false statement, it's slander. That is how the law defines it. It's not necessary to lie that bad on somebody. It's just not. So I'm not getting this information to sit here and slander the trustees when it's not merited or deserved. Super Stupid broke laws, and it's in many, many court documents. She's under FBI investigation. That is obvious. She did a lot of things that has now captured the FBI's attention. So yeah, I call her super stupid because she's done a lot of superiorly stupid things. But I don't sit here and just bash every trustee because reasons, fake outrage, want to be angry. Like, get over it. That's not what accountability is defined to be. It's not the concept of holding anyone accountable. Hold people accountable by making sure that information is put out there and making sure that people are aware. The public, whatever you all deserve and need to know, that you have access to that information and that you're made aware of what's going on. So that's my little rant about that. I'm just, kind of sick of the fake outrage towards these trustees, and it makes them not. They're not gonna want to cooperate with you on anything if you sitting here bashing them and attacking them. It's just ridiculous. It's like, why do all of that? Hey Saint LLC, did you see Go Political gave you and Cafe of Knowledge a shout out in his video from the other day? Ah, that's so sweet. I feel good, y'all. Thank you, Go Political. Thank you. I saw part of the video. I left a comment. I saw part of the video, but I didn't see the whole video at the end because it was just I was listening and doing other things. I'm gonna go back and watch it again. I think it was like what 30 minutes long. I am gonna go back and watch it. He was talking about the car wash, and I know I went over one of the cases regarding Alex Snitchoff and how that car wash Siggy was taken to court, got sued, he lost. A judgment was issued against him. He didn't pay the contractors for it. They lied about being he lied about not being a co-owner when he was, and then now there's an appeal going on with the other partner, Ahmad Akalani, and I'm probably saying his name wrong, by the way. And Siggy is not listed on that appeal because he's not. So I guess he pretty much was like, you know what, whatever. But one thing about verbal agreements, I wouldn't trust it. Just get it in writing. I mean, if it's legitimate, it should be in writing. Get it in writing. You're talking about spending $176,000 to build a car wash. Why would you not want any part of that in writing? AAA contractors. I need y'all to be smarter than that. So, yeah, unfortunately, they got duped. But the shout out to Go Political. Thank you, Go Political. I appreciate it. Y'all hit the like button to share. Hey, Dia, how you doing? Listen here, I'm still catching up on my comments. Keep up the good work, LLC. Thank you, babe Solo. Thank you so much. Hey Mal, how you doing? Hey everybody, Tanya, Tiffany for mayor, Lady Luck on the move. Listen here. We when you want to hold someone accountable, you can hold them accountable, and you're not sitting here and you bashing them. We about to get into these indictments with Keith Freeman and Lacey, Mr. Potato Head, but Mr. Potato Head has done some awful things when he was playing pretend cop, pretend RoboCop with his pillow butt. Yeah, grown man got a booty. It's just so weird. It's like you got a booty. Okay. Grown ass man. Go to the gym, Lacey. Go to the gym. Yeah, I still have not had the time to look up the updated case. Hearing was held yesterday with Squidworth. So I got the video where I went over the original case number and information, the case activity on Cook County's website. I just haven't had the time today to actually go back over to see if there's anything that's been added to the event. I haven't even been able to find the actual court documents. So I want to see the charge sheet. That's what I want to see. But I'm gonna take some time to look at that after I do my taxes. Ugh, God. But I'm gonna take some time to do that. All right. But I haven't forgot about it, Skeeter. because I am curious to know what's going on. I think they doing this. This is just my opinion, but I really think they doing this because they do want to get him in a position where they can ask him some questions. Yeah, you're charging him with a felony. Yeah, I think they want to ask him some questions. They want to kind of let him know that this is serious and they not for play. They said, "Love your hair today. Thank you, y'all." Listen, it's always been in a mohawk, so to speak, like the little. I mean, hair. My hair is actually pretty long, but it's curled. So once it curl, it just kind of roll up and it looks shorter than what it is. But yeah, yes, we love it, honey. Listen, I can be dolled up and have my hair in a mohawk the way I like it, the way I love it. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let us know. Yes. So we'll be following up with the foyer request next week. On St. Patrick's. We got, check up on Siggy. What about the book? Super Stupid has I was watching like the end part of Dear World Christians Live, and I kept saying, who wrote a book? Who wrote that dumb book? There's a book? Yeah, Dear World Christian bought that book. I can't believe it. She wrote a book? I'm going to check it out. Tanya said, I'm going to check it out. I want to check out the food. Yeah, go ahead. Listen, I'm all for, business is thriving and doing well. Nothing wrong with that at all. Um, I don't know what's the intricate parts about the structure itself. So we're gonna find out. If I can get some information from the foyer request, and I'll sit down and report on it and find out. It could just be a matter of something that just needs to be fixed or repaired. It might not even be that deep. It might not. Instead of me going around here listening to a rumor mill about some nonsense, I'll just get the documents and read it. Like and reserve my opinion about it, because you don't want to scare off businesses, because you have nothing to prove that it's not sound or stable. You have no documentation to show for it. And yet, you're saying things, people saying things out there to drive away business. I'm not trying to do that. So I'm gonna wait and to see what I can get from the FOIA request, and then we report on it. And if it's something that's concerning, then yes, there needs to be somebody going to them to say, "Listen, can y'all fix this part of the wall?" Because it's in this report, that needs to be done. Like, that's how you handle that. There's a way to handle that to where it's not a disruption to the business, and it doesn't put people in a panic, and then they're losing potential customers like that. It's just the way to do it. If you don't think you don't feel safe there, some of these people that's complaining about it won't be going anyway. Okay, then don't go. But if you're gonna go, I don't think that it's if you want to talk to them about it, I'm sure most of you guys could talk to the owners. Go to them and ask questions, and talk to the owners to see what's going on. And if you feel safe about being there, and being a patron in this establishment in the restaurant and supporting them, by all means, I think that's the right way to handle that. It's I'm old school. I don't believe in just bashing something like that. Now, I have no proof that this is the case. Let me get the proof. Let me get the evidence. Let me get the documents. So let's see what's going on, and then we'll go from there. But until then, I think if you guys know the owners, just sit down and chat with them. Maybe they can quell a few fears. Do a video, if it's that bad. But just go from there. But go there and enjoy the food, honey. Take pictures of it. Let me know the dessert menu. I love a good dessert. I don't eat beef or pork, but I love some good lamb chops and a good dessert. So send me photos. There you go. All right. I'm gonna check it out. Okay, I got it. What about the book? Super Stupid has out. I don't know. He said it was a book. I caught when I said the last 10 minutes of the live stream, I didn't even catch the whole live stream. I can't believe she wrote a book. So we've migrated up past Dr. Seuss, Super Stupid. Have we done that? Look at God. We've upgraded from green eggs and ham. I'm so proud you getting into 4 and 5 syllable words. Look at Jesus. Y'all listen, God answers prayer. She gonna know how to read before she go to prison. You're definitely gonna want to know how to read. You gonna have to write a lot of letters. It's gonna be your main way to communicate. Y'all get my crayons and my paper. They're gonna be trying to command people in prison. They're gonna be looking at her like, who the hell you talking to, girl? Hell out of here. Go to bed. Oh man, I can't believe she wrote a book. Like Cooking with Frank say, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. All right. So the only reason we having problems in the US, in the United States, that nobody wants to be honest. I mean, mainly. Gonna be a mod today. Tiffany Familiar. We're praying on it. We're praying on it. I see you acting right. You acting right. Maybe we'll do a poll before I get to the indictments. We're gonna do these videos first. We're gonna see how you feeling after we laugh at Public Ops video. We're gonna laugh with Public Ops today. See how you feeling after that. DeMarcus, what happened? DeMarcus, the real DeMarcus in here. I don't know what happened with him in court yesterday. I see you. You see your request, lady. I see your request for me. So okay, y'all listen. I'm just trying to. Foxy Roxy, how you doing? Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. I thank you all for so much playing my. We're gonna see how Tiffany Familiar feeling after we get through checking out Public Ops. We have to be patient. I see it breaking in the first part of June. I want the FBI to come in and do it right when they indict her. I want them to go to court. I want it to be laughable for her to think that she could get even a deal without prison time. That's what I want. That means that case needs to be airtight and the conviction rate needs to be over 90%. That's what I want, you guys. So thank you all for tuning in. Oh man, we getting down there. I'm missing so many comments, y'all. Hey, Buck Baby, how you doing? What's going on? Listen, let's get to it. Hey, Linda Wilkinson, how you doing? I'm feeling good. That's my first name. My godmother's first name is Linda. It's so adorable. So yes, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys checked out the video on Judge Shamila Williams. I did some little clips as well. Hi, Lola. How you doing? All right, let's get to it. We got Public Ops. I hope you guys checked out the videos I did on Judge Shamila Williams. Some nasty work she doing, nasty work. But I want to have some fun, y'all. Y'all want to laugh? We're gonna have some good laughing. And I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit, because I just want to get through all these. Y'all let me know if you can hear. One in the chat if you can hear.
This is Mr. Heeman Perry.
Ads, because we gotta have them, y'all. We gotta have ads. It is what it is. They put me in oh God.
Did you get notice of cancellation from your carrier? Do you owe money and not sure why?
What is the deal? YouTube just playing with me. Sorry about that. All right, we ready to go.
This is Williams, ex-Vanny, and Mr. Burnside.
Oh, Lord,
Your
look at that
steadfast
picture.
faithfulness humbles me.
Oh,
and
God.
thank you all for tuning in.
Guys, come on in. It's your favorite super mayor, Tiffany A. And you're the people's mayor / people supervisor. How y'all doing today? Come on in. I miss y'all. I feel like I ain't seen y'all forever, ever in a day. But I am outside. I am talking to residents. I am loving on them. They are loving on me. Stop being afraid of people, like for real. Like, please speak up, residents. Please talk about the things that you care about the most. We gonna start with them schools.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all know the school district need a lot of help. A lot of help. So whatever you do, make sure you change that school board. Change it. I mean it. Now, I ain't endorsing nobody. I'm not gonna say nobody's name, but it's certain people that you need to get rid of. But I will tell you this, District 205, get rid of the entire board.
Yo.
You heard? Everybody. because there's a lot of things that need to fix over there. How y'all got a swimming pool and ain't got no water in the pool for the kids to swim? I know when I went there, we could swim, we could do this, do that. Y'all just terrible. Nina Graham, gotta go. Nina Graham, got to go. So make sure you vote for people that care about your kids. Because a lot of times people don't understand that the kids are the future. Whether you got kids, your kids grown, and our kids can't read. Y'all better get some common sense. This is why I'm talking to y'all right now. Because watch me, right? Hey, I like it, right? Because the people was always loving on me. Because I've always showed up and showed out for them. Despite what the fake news was telling y'all, because that's all it was. It was all just, oh, we think, or maybe. Like, come on, stop with all that. I really been doing my job, still doing my job. Despite what y'all say, because I really care. Only a person that got like a heart for the people is gonna keep on pushing, keep on going, keep on talking to y'all, keep on trying to educate y'all. And that's what you see me doing right here today. Still trying to educate y'all, still trying to put y'all on the game. Because remember, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. It's the same thing in the black and brown communities. Y'all better pay attention to those that's loving on y'all and actually standing in a fight for y'all, get beat up for y'all. You need to pay attention to that. Because it's not gonna never, ever be another.
Is that the reason for the blood? She get beat up for us. Child, boo,
Not ever.
The greatest love.
You got so many people afraid of parties and things of that nature. Yeah, guess what? Y'all people like to stop. But what I'm willing to do is speak my truth, stand in my truth, and let God lead my steps. That's what I'm willing to do.
Stop using
it's
God.
It's terrible. I'll give you an example. Why I'm saying y'all getting rid of Nina Graham. We had a 4th of July event over in Dawson, right? You know, I'm the mayor of the village of Dawson, right? In Illinois, for all you outsiders that want to just know what's going on in my community.
It's quite comical. How you say that, Tiffany? We know that your community wants nothing to do with you. So to be honest, you may want to pay attention to Ush.
This is the aircraft carrier shelter you seized, previously owned by a small...
Yeah, these ass, they necessary. We gotta have them.
So we had an event right there off of Cottage Grove.
Special events under $5,000 and $25,000 need no board approval, according to Tiffany Keith and their attorney. That is, if you're keeping up, you'll understand exactly what she's really saying.
And I do it every single year. So when I became mayor, I bought back the parades, I bought back the 4th of July events, the fireworks, all the festivities we had long time ago when Sean them was here, long time ago. And then they just stopped it. So I bought it back. And bringing it back, I had it right there at Thorn Ridge High School, right there in the big old open field that is for the people, right? So we thought it's for the people. So I had it there, and because of all this political rifts and political tide and all this drama, they chose.
Yeah, don't it sound like Bubba Gump? Forrest Gump. I'm just waiting on her to go like a horse.
Not to allow us, meaning the community, the kids, to play on the grass. You guys had to literally go in the streets in order to partake in the festival. They even hired Cook County sheriffs to police the grass. I cannot make this up. You should FOIA the big hill for Cook County police officers to watch the grass so we can't run on the grass during the 4th of July event. I made an ad video about it. I talked to y'all about it. I pointed it out to y'all. I showed y'all the cars on the grass. I showed y'all us in the streets. All this is going on at your school, at the high school district 205.
Really
Nina Graham was the person that did it all. I'm trying to think. So I know so they bored me. And I said, Nina, now why would you not allow us, the residents, the community, to partake in the field? And madam, every kids, we doing work on the field. We doing this. They ain't doing nothing. But keeping up met. But the people that's getting hurt is the community. And that's all I keep trying to show y'all every single time. Y'all hurting the people by constantly fighting with politicians. Make that make sense. Everybody trying to stop me, don't want me to do no work, do no activity, no festivities for community.
None. Why is that? You know, I get people that just stand and watch me. Yeah, okay, hi y'all. Why is that?
Oh my God.
But we supposed to always just be.
Yeah, that's how she was looking when she lost that caucus vote. Napoleon. This is illegal. Illegal. Napoleon. Get that out my head for a week. I was crying her ass off. I'm time she ever cried. Because she lost a caucus vote. Not because somebody was hurt, injured, lost their life. None of that. Just because she lost like hell. Napoleon. Napoleon. Illegal. Oh the super stupid can kiss my ass.
Band together, put our difference to the side, whatever it is, and always put on for the community because
all that crap
matters.
she did to people.
It always matters.
Oh my God.
I just want you to understand.
When God puts something in you, and God has made you the chosen one,
oh God.
everybody comes up against him. It's not your time. You have to follow what he has ordered on him. And if he say, hey, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do.
It was all God's fault.
If he say, hey, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to keep on loving y'all. I'm going to keep on trying to educate y'all. Y'all know, y'all hate when I say, let me educate you. And y'all don't.
You're not educating nobody on anything when you just throwing out God's name when it's convenient. Let me tell you something. It was in God's will that you lose. It's also in God's will that you be investigated by the FBI. And it will be in God's will when you are indicted, found guilty and convicted, and go to prison. Unless you get a plea deal where you still have to plead guilty and go to prison. All of that'll be in God's will. And we bless God for it. It's in the world. You trying to find God on this? Girl, stop. Y'all gonna fast forward just a little bit because I just want to get through some more of this, and then we got a couple others I want to check out before we get
y'all
to
can't beat me. Cannot beat me at all. None of y'all. All y'all put together. And look what it took. It took all of y'all to try to come and take me out because I'm in y'all way. Y'all sleep. Y'all need to wake up for real. Wake up. But y'all be in the back. Yes, get them. Man, stop. Because at the end of the day, guys, me today, you tomorrow. And guess what? Some of y'all get some of that smoke. So you know I ain't making that up because look,
I know she's not actually crying. This is edited. That's how good it is. Like this, man, it's genius work to have her look like she's doing something she's never done. Maybe once. I've seen one video of her crying, all because she was embarrassed about saying that she supported the cops taking somebody's life. That's the only time she ever cried. So to have this edited in, it's like people are actually thinking it has people thinking she has actually cried. No, she's not crying for real, but this is just the editing genius of Public Ops. Yay!
Ain't got nobody else to ping pong, right? So I see a lot of y'all are getting all the smoke, all the negativities, all the little haters, all the followers, all the stalkers, you know. Welcome to the party. But that's why you stop something when it's small before it get big. And all I ever try to do, because I want every woman to rise up and know that you can be a Tiffany Henry. If I can do it, you can do it. If I got the strength, you got the strength. But it takes one to know one. You cannot let nobody dictate your future. You cannot let nobody stop what God got for you. Don't ever, ever, ever give up. Don't ever stop moving because of the hatred of others. Keep love in your heart. Keep that commitment for whatever it is you're trying to thrive in, whether it's business, whether it's a new job, whatever. But keep going. Don't let nobody stop you. Ever. I mean that. So
yeah, they didn't let anybody stop them when they went and voted your ass out. Good advice. You should probably take your own advice, not write books. So let's get to halfway through. You guys, listen. Make sure y'all check out Public Ops. Okay, please check out Public Ops. His videos are amazing. I've always liked Public Ops videos. Makes me laugh. I have a good laugh every time I watch his content. And well deserved. I'm so glad he's been able to recover back from, I don't know if his channel was shut down. I don't know what happened at one point, but I hope we all continue to, bring back the views and likes and to get his channel back up to where it was and where it could be. This content is gold. We want to see more of this cornmeal as well.
Stop me when I start lying.
Oh hell no, I'm not listening to that song. I can't do it.
In the GA fund, that's the General Assistance Fund. So we got over. I tried to give y'all $2.2 million property tax refund. Y'all remember that? It was on agenda, and they never voted for it at Thorn Township because I got over 4.5 or 4.2 million dollars in the GA fund. That's the General Assistance Fund. So we got over $4 million, right?
So she's trying to take something with 4.2 million dollars that might be for specific purposes, not for a refund for property taxes, and deduct $2.2 million out of it to give everybody a property tax refund that would have came down to what? $12? How much would that tax refund would have been? For everybody, for the people that live up there, how much was that tax refund? Because I didn't take it seriously. So of course I didn't do the math on how much was that tax refund was supposed to be. Scammer. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. That's all you got. Acting like he got a tick. What's wrong with you, you weirdo? She was in the courtroom when she was reading about the cancer foundation she had. Oh, yeah, that scam. Lord have mercy. Narcissist. How much did somebody tell me how much that refund? 15 to 25. Listen here. Jeff said $52. Iceman, how you doing? Iceman said $20. Foxy said the amount was $15 to $25. See, not worth taking $2.2 million out of a fund that probably that general assistance fund that might have been set there for specific purposes. Every budget you see with money in it does not mean that it's supposed to be used how you want to use it. That's not how budgets work. You have some budgets where it goes strictly to highways. So if the invoices that come in is not strictly to fixing highways, you can't use that money to give out property tax refunds. This is the ignorance that is super stupid, not knowing how budgets work. So you're trying to take money from an account that might not be set up or designed to give out property tax refunds to residents. And just because you see money there doesn't mean you just go out and spend it like you've lost your mind, simply because you, super stupid, don't understand numbers. What's 2 plus 2? Okay. Y'all know what she know what the number 8 look like. Headless snowman. Circle. When you don't know numbers, you certainly can't do mathematics. So no one expects her to do anything beyond that. Like, no one expects her to understand that certain budget accounts are designed to go towards specific expenses. So you can't just take money out and just say, "Oh, we got $5 million right here. Let's use that for this." That's not how it works. You have ordinances, rules and regulations in place when it comes to certain budget accounts, where if you do that, you can be investigated, you can be charged, because now you're misusing the funds for things that it should not be used for. And she's trying to do this out in the open. And because the goons that support her also can't do math, they're like, "Oh, y'all trying to keep our little $25 away from us." You have no idea. That's not $4 million is not there for her to just use to throw out however. If this ain't coming out her pocket, then she should shut the app. Perhaps you should and not even mention the accounts, because it's not your money, super stupid. It never was. It's not your money to do what you want to do with it. I don't even care if you're trying to claim that it's for the residents. That money is not meant to give out to residents as property tax refunds. You can't just do that. It's not how it works. This is the dinginess that is super stupid. Yeah, hence why I call her that.
Right? Surplus. So I'm going to give you 2.2 of it because we got it. It's just sitting there.
It's not for that.
What you don't use, you lose. Give it back to the people. Make the people whole. Everybody.
What you don't use, you lose. How? How? Explain how you lose the money that's there for a general assistance fund. How? How again?
I was complaining about their property taxes increase and they needed the help. Why not help the people right now when you can do it? People always doing this talking. That's why I call them fake politicians. I can't stand a fake politician. If you got it, give it to them. If you can make a way, create a way. I'm just over all the lies and all.
Ooh, vote for me and they be lying to y'all. Ain't gonna do nothing. Nothing. That's why I'm telling y'all, pay attention to it. And that's why I said, at least Trump doing what he said he was gonna do. So I give him credit for that. But moving forward, on the tax bill.
I'm sorry. Trump said groceries are free. Are they free? I went to the store today. Who all went to the store within the last 7 days? Raise it. Put a 1 in the chat if you've gone to the store in the last 7 days. The grocery store. Put a 1 in the chat if you have gone to the grocery store in the last 7 days. Let's see them ones. Let's see them ones. I need to see the ones. Put the ones in there. Let's flood the chat. Who's gone to the store within the last 7 days? Put them ones in here. Did anybody get groceries for free? Did any of you who went to the store within the last 7 days, did you get the groceries for free? Because I must have missed out on a hell of a lot of stuff in life. Because Trump said groceries are free now. He said we would get free food. Did anybody get groceries for free? Did anybody get groceries for free? I must have missed out on something. I could have sworn my bill came up to about $30, and I didn't even get a whole lot. I literally can tell you I was like 10 items. This is crazy. We're super stupid. Super stupid. Super damn stupid. Have you all seen those FAFO videos, that fuck around and find out video, where people are like, I'm regretting my vote now because I just lost my whole retirement. I went to the store and they said the groceries are free and I had to spend $200 on groceries. What did he say? What did he do? He said, yeah, he said he was going to bring tariffs. How did that help again? How did that help again? I should have recorded myself today. I should have went live, y'all. I promise the next time I go to the store, I'm going to go live. I'm going live and I might go viral. I'm going live and I'm going to get some groceries and I'm going to go to the register. And then I'm going to say, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Cashier person. Donald Trump said that these groceries are free. So just go ahead and bag all this up and I'm just going to get out of here. I'm going to go live and see how that go. I'm going to do it. You talking about groceries are free? I'm finna test the waters on that. I'm testing the waters on that because I can't imagine someone believing when he opened his mouth and said the words, food is free, groceries are free. And people actually thought it was free. I'm going to the store. Y'all, I'm going to go to the store. I promise you. And I'm going to live stream. And I'm going to get to the register. And I'm going to tell the cashier, I'm going to play a video for you. Donald Trump said these groceries are free. So, tough luck, Walmart. The Walmart will see y'all send this video to the CEO of Walmart. I'm coming to one of your stores. Your president said the groceries are free, so I'm not paying for shit. I'm going up in there and I'm just going to say, hey, I'm live streaming, y'all. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how fast the damn police officers throw the cuffs on my hands. All because a president running around in the White House drinking Diet Coke and eating Snickers bars and Big Macs from McDonald's said that groceries are free. These people in these fuck around find out videos, FAFO, they finding out all right. They realizing, oh my God, we just lost 25 years of retirement. So did everybody else that didn't vote for him. I'm looking at these videos like I can't believe these people are real. He said he was going to bring tariffs. I literally had a comment. I'm sorry to my babies. Tiffany, you familiar? You're right. My kids watch. Mama, sorry, babies. I'm just so baffled. Mama's just so baffled that the president's saying groceries are free. Like he can make this decision on behalf of all grocery stores across the United States of America. But, you know, it's my bad. You're absolutely right. My kids are watching. Sorry, babies. Listen to him. This man said he was going to bring in tariffs. Who knew that it was going to get to 104%? Who knew that he was going to try to manipulate a market and then tell people, value you all be buying stocks right now while it's low because, you know, buy low, sell high. I don't even know if I want to participate in this because I don't feel like being investigated, being a part of this manipulated market. Are you kidding me? Everybody is broke. You just have people's retirement accounts go out the window. No one has money to buy this stuff. Who are you talking about? Trip me out. And they're sitting here, these FAFO videos. People are like, I'm so shocked. No, he said he was going to do this. You just forgot how to do math. You forgot how to do math. You think there's a way to distinguish those? Like, you can't go to the store. You know what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to go to the store and say, you know what? Does it matter if I voted Republican or Democrat? Does that make a difference in the groceries being free? How does this go? So if I'm a Republican and I voted for Trump, do I get the groceries free? I didn't vote for him. I'm going to ask that, because apparently it makes a difference when you're standing at the cash register, whether or not you're a MAGA person, a MAGA voter, or a Democrat, or independent, or green tea, or libertarian. Apparently these things somehow matter when you're standing at the cash register buying groceries. I had no idea. I had no idea. I had no idea that it mattered when you went to go pump gas in your car, who you voted for. Like, like that's going to spare you gas money. Here's my thing. And I don't talk about politics because I don't take sides. I don't. I'm A for American. That's what I am. I didn't vote for Trump. I also did not vote for the Democrat, because I want to know who's going to do the job and present policies that will be best for Americans as people. We all have to live and survive here. Trump is not paying my bills. If Trump's paying you all's mortgage, please let me know, because I want to figure out a way to get him to do it, to pay mine. These people who go out and vote for him, they treat him like he is God, like he died on a cross. And it's dangerous to do that, because then you're making the real God mad. But yet they forget there's no way to distinguish MAGA voters from everybody else when he puts out a tariff. It just affects everybody. It hurts everybody. It's no way to say, how do we keep the MAGA voters from not having their retirement and 401ks lost, but everybody else got to lose theirs? There's no way to do that. It just hurts everybody. These things that he's putting out here hurts everybody across the board. It doesn't matter if you voted for him, if you voted for Kamala, if you voted for the other guy, the one of the Kennedys that was running. It don't matter who you voted for, because there's no way to distinguish whether or not you're Democrat versus Republican. When it comes down to a tariff, that tariff affects the entire country. They didn't sort out MAGA voters. That's the thing. This is ridiculous. People took years. It takes years for the average working American to get to a point. And I don't mean to come off on a tangent, but this has been burning my behind. I can't believe that people literally thought this was going to be a good thing when it was simple mathematics the whole time. It's basic math. Trump is not doing math right now. Neither is anyone else around him. They're not doing math. Nobody's doing math. But when you're putting out these tariffs and stuff, you're putting out these policies, and math says that it's going to hurt a lot of people. Math, numbers don't lie. Why would anyone still want to vote for that? Like, hey, are you about to cause me to lose my whole life savings? Now I can't retire. Are you kidding? Unless you're paying off my house, bro. No, sir. If that's what you're going to do in the White House, hell no, we ain't putting you up there. This is ridiculous. So, Jeff, I'm sorry. You lost $9,000 on your fault, man. That's hard. That's hard, man. It's security, come get Lady Luck. They gotta laugh you out of the store. Yeah, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go to the store, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Donald Trump said all this shit is free. All the groceries are free. My bad. All the groceries are free. Okay." And here's the video where he said it. So I expect to just bag all this up and walk out of here. Hey, Sharon. I expect to bag all this up. Hey, Laura. How you doing? I expect to bag all this stuff up. Man, H-Bag, how you doing? How's it going? Tanya, how you doing? Listen, Denise Carter, how you doing? How you doing? I expect to bag all this up. I'm going to get $500 worth of stuff and just be like, listen, Trump paid it all. We coming up on Easter. Jesus paid it all on Calvary. Trump paid it all in the White House. That's it. That's where we at. He said he paid it all. He said all the groceries are free. So apparently he's prepaid for these groceries. Why do I have to take the money out my wallet again? Why? I just get whatever I want. That's what he's saying, essentially. Hey, y'all, it's all free. You ain't got to pay for that. We're going to have free food for everybody. Free groceries. Y'all ain't got to pay for no groceries. What kind of promise is that? It's so unrealistic. I'm oftentimes wondering what planet is his mind on? Because he left on Space Force 5 years ago. His mind got on a spaceship built by Elon Musk. And Space Force skyrocketed his mind out of here years ago. He's not here with us anymore, people. Trump is not here mentally with us at all. That's why math is going over his head. His press secretary literally said it's going to be 104%. No one in that room was like, wait a minute, girl, you better go sit down somewhere. Y'all forgot about multiplication? Nobody knows how multiplication works around here. The tariff, the price of this tax on import times 104%. And then you take that number and then add it to the actual taxes, the new tax amount. So you may have gone from $2 to like $48 or something. 104%. My Lord. I've never even heard of that type of tax percentage in my lifetime. I'm just sitting here like, I don't understand it. Listen, I don't put anybody on a throne. I don't put anybody on a level where they should not be. If you're not God, I'm not going to treat you like it. I don't have a reason to bow down and worship a mere mortal. If they're wrong, they're wrong. If they make a mistake, they make a mistake. But at the end of the day, stop idolizing this man. Because when you get to heaven, on Judgment Day, when you stand before God on Judgment Day, God will not be asking you, did you vote Republican or Democrat? That's the only way to get in. He's gonna be like, because most people gonna get up there and be like, Lord, I voted for Trump, and I know he's a good Christian man, and God is gonna be like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Who is that? What's his name? See, he sounds like he's something else. Gotta be standing there confused, like, wait a minute, hold on. Let me check with St. John. You got a Donald Trump on the list? Is he in the book? Donald John, what's his middle name? Donald John Trump. Is Donald John Trump in the book of Lamb of Life? Is he in there? I need an answer like ASAP, because I got a long line of people talking about they wearing red hats. They wearing red hats talking about they voted for somebody and they think that's their ticket into heaven. I don't know how this goes. I don't know what they're thinking. That's not going to be that's not going to be a question God's going to be asking on Judgment Day, y'all. That has nothing to do with the content of our character and what's in our heart. We got to treat each other and love each other and care for each other, because we're human beings. We have a soul and a conscience. We have the ability to think on a higher level than most animals. I mean, there's some smart animals out there, but as human beings, we were created to be smart as well. That's why we have all this ingenuity. Sit here and idolize one person doesn't make any sense. And it should not change who you are. Should not change your mentality. If you believe that what's best for your family and your household is to have a lower tax bracket you're in and not have to pay so much taxes, a smaller government system, to be able to have affordable health care, medications that are affordable. You're not struggling to live paycheck to paycheck for years on end. Then you vote for that person that can align with your views, that can deliver on that, have a platform that makes sense, that's reasonable. It's not reasonable for somebody to say groceries are going to be free. We all know it's not. But I'm going to have fun going live and then trying to find out. I'm sure enough going to have fun. Listen, I'm going to have fun. I'm sure enough going to have fun to go into the store to find out. what this whole free grocery thing is all about. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live and say, yeah, Trump said these groceries are free. So I don't know what y'all doing. Get ready, Walmart. It's gonna be something else. Woo, man. That's gonna be something else, man. That's gonna be something else. I want groceries to be free, but in this reality where real people live, and you know, the sky's blue and 2 + 2 is still 4 in this reality. Yeah, no. It might not ever be free. But the price could come down some. There are a lot of factors that go into how much groceries cost at the end of the day. Let's tackle some of the factors that can help bring down the price of groceries. So that, that's how I see it, right? Not sit here and hope that this one person can actually give us free food, because we all know that's not possible, but it's going to be fun just trying to find out how I can go with that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to laugh about it. I am. I'm going to laugh about that one. Sharon, look around your billion stars and silver. Trump bad, Trump bad. What you talking about? Yeah, here's how I see it. Trump irrelevant. Because he doesn't pay my rent. He don't pay my rent. That's how I see that. He don't pay my rent. I'm not going to worship somebody. People will say, you didn't vote for Trump. You don't like Trump. That's a lot of people on earth I don't like. A lot of people I don't like. Of course I don't. It's not about likability. It's about what can you deliver. It ain't got nothing to do with how I vote for somebody. I don't vote based on me liking them. I vote based on what their policies and their platform. That's it. The end. It's, and if they don't deliver on that, then I know not to vote for them again. That's how that goes. So, I mean, I didn't vote for him at all. I never voted for her. If she want to sit here and talk about it, he said he gonna do what he gonna do. Yeah, okay. You're still going to prison. I don't understand how bringing up Trump keeps you out of prison. As a matter of fact, he gonna make sure you go faster. All right, let's get back to the video.
6 minutes later. But y'all don't even know about this little secret world that I'm telling y'all about. But I said no, but they already did it. So when you get your tax bill, remember this video, remember this moment. However it goes,
we will.
Just remember it. You're going to see an increase on your property taxes. Now, I'm telling you right here out of my mouth, you're going to see an increase on your property taxes because the board at Thornton Township raised your property taxes. That's Chris. Yeah, he running again for the seat. Y'all gonna get rid of these people. I'm telling y'all, but y'all ain't paying attention because y'all so caught in the hype and in the mess. It's called distraction. Get rid of the distraction.
What she's doing is a distraction.
Leave all the mess over there and read and educate yourself. Like, and you will say, dang, she was telling the truth.
What she doing is a distraction.
Dang. She lied through her poop scoop.
So say no to them. Hell no, they got to go. Say no. Make sure you pick different people.
Fine, super stupid. Hell no, you got to go.
And I'm not even Republican, but go look at that ticket. Because I'm not picking none of the Democrats. Y'all can kick rocks for real. Not one of them. All of them bad. Not one of them good. Go on the other side and go.
All because they didn't kiss her ass and she wanted to be a dictator. It's funny.
Go check some other people out or don't vote for nobody.
Tiffany, most would rather see Jeffrey Dahmer in that seat before you.
For supervisor of the Thornton Township. So y'all write me in
because all my communities are voting
for Thornton Township. For supervisor, clerk, highway commission, assessor, and trustee seats. All those seats are up for Thornton Township. So I'm advising everybody to get up, get out, and vote. Your vote matters. But right now, they gonna cheat again anyway. But you know what I'm saying? But none beats a failure. But
I'm sorry, how did they cheat the first time? Was it cheating? How did they cheat the first time? Yeah, okay. So you got these clowns. Because I had to tackle a couple comments on that. Because I couldn't believe that somebody even said she's right about the voter, interference with the election and stuff. Where is the proof for that? Where's the proof of it? Because the Cook County Board of Elections would love to know where there was some sort of election interference. Cook County Board of Elections would love to know where there's evidence and proof of election interference and cheating. They would love to know. And they would love to see your evidence on it. And you connecting it, not your conspiracy theories or your dumb opinions. Evidence. Proof of election interference and cheating. Cook County Board of Elections would love to know that. And I keep saying this because they're the ones that would investigate it. This is incredibly dumb.
Let's try. Right me in, go on. Let's make history. Saying I'm the first person with the most write-ins. You know what I'm talking about? Let's just do that. So I just wanted to just make
How
sure
many
that you
write-in votes
about
did she
all
get?
the other things that they're doing that you missing because maybe you're at home, you don't pay attention, and they're not advertising. You don't hear the news talking about it, neither do you. Nope. Why is that? But these are things that I'm trying to tell you. I'm saying, guys, wake up before it's too late. You put all the riffraff, all the chaotic people in office once again, because y'all got a lot of crooked people that's in politicians, right? In politics.
In politicians.
Over in Markham,
super.
He won. You know that, right? Y'all pick and choose the people that gonna do what y'all want. He have a whole felony. I think it's for fraud.
Why don't you give him Dorothy's phone number, Tiffany?
But you know what I'm saying? But y'all again, but y'all keep.
Wait, is that the guy that was uncontested? That was unchallenged? Is that the guy? Is he? Is the guy that she's talking about? Is that the one that got indicted? But he didn't have any challenger. This girl said in politicians. My Lord. Candia said yes, it is. Okay, so he didn't have a challenger. Dam who wants gam. He didn't have a challenger. What are you talking about? What is the hell? It was just him. I already went over the FBI's policy about bringing forth indictments during an election. They don't just withhold it because of an election. They think about whether it's going to affect the election and how much. That man was uncontested. He was not challenged. So he was still indicted. He was indicted because the chance of him winning was 100% because no one was challenging him. This is why reading is fundamental. This is why we read in the LLC. And we bless God for the ability to read. The stuff she says and the people that tell her things, because I know people tell her things, because then they go in videos and repeat this dumb crap and they still don't know what they're talking about because they also fail to read themselves. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-numbing.
You voting for mayor. This is crazy. Are you ready for something else? I can't make this up. But me, I got none of that. Nothing. Just all talk with me, right? From everybody. But
yeah,
I'm
you
the one
did
doing all
nothing.
the good in the hood. I'm the only one
no, you're not.
standing in the fight for the people. I'm the only one doing things like this, trying to educate you. Everybody else doing it. Oh, yeah, now, just keep on. Don't say nothing. Don't tell them. Shh. That's what everybody doing. But me. So all I can do is tell y'all what it is. Because people been calling me, want me to come to their communities, want me to do this and do that. But I've always tried to take care of home first. Because I can always go to another community and make them great. Yes. We know that because like y'all stealing my ideas. Y'all talk all this mess. She did, I'll pitch on this. But y'all pitch on everything. Y'all doing everything I'm doing. You're mimicking me.
Cornmeal, she talking to you. Because that's the only person mimicking her. Cornmeal. She talking about cornmeal and no one else but cornmeal. That's it. She only talking about.
Like you mimicked Riley and every other professional, a psychopathic disorder.
I'm flattered, thank you. But it ain't that bad if you're mimicking me.
Cornmeal.
Ain't nothing wrong with it if you're mimicking me. So, great. But it's always like that in life, guys. People will talk down on the youth, because I am the youth. And say, hey, I don't like this about them. They should be doing it.
How old is this heifer? 40, 42, 43? How old is she? Over 40. You're not a youth. You're over 40. And just destined to not ever get married, I guess. I don't know, whatever. It's just, she doesn't want to get married. I would love to get married again. She don't want to get married no more. She ain't never been married. I don't understand this. This is the highlight of her life. Losing.
This. Right? But then they'll go do what you do because they're stealing your ideas. Because they ain't got none. Y'all all washed up. It's time to move.
Lord.
It's time to move on. And let the
what
youth
I did to she
lead the community. And y'all got it well. Y'all don't want the youth involved in politics.
Nate
Somebody
Fields is
gotta
a
be
youth.
next.
Nate Fields could have been next. So why take away his thunder? Why not just support Nate Fields? Why try to do a write-in? Oh, because you thought this was going to prolong the FBI's indictment. Because someone told you that the policy says that you can't be indicted when that's not what it says. Not at all. But whatever. You could have supported Nate Fields. He's what, 23, 24? How old is Nate? 23, 24 years old? She could have supported him. So why not just say, I'm going to lay down the mantle here and support Nate Fields because he is the youth. He's very young, and yeah, this is somebody that I can get behind. What happened with that again? Oh, okay.
We have to pass the baton. We have to teach one, as we say, reach one, right? But you guys so busy trying to tear a person down or talk about someone's past, right? That's what they do. Just like I just told you about his past, but y'all forgave his past, and he's a mayor, right? But when it comes to other people in their past, and they want to run for office, they got felonies. But y'all tell them no. But he a whole mayor with a felony. Y'all make all this make sense to me. It said
you about to be a former mayor with a felony.
That's you get impacted by that right away. This is why I'm trying to wake you up. The stuff at the president level, Congress, Senate, all that comes and trickle down later. But right now, the local level, that's immediately, like right now. And I'm telling you, because I don't want you to be impacted by what's going on. Another thing, food, right? That's why I call it feed the people. I call it that because every time I'm trying to...
Did she say impact it? Impact it. Impact it. Impact it. Holy moly. Impact it. He's 35. Nate is 35. Oh, okay. I mean, you know, he's younger than her. she said her car name. She's gonna show up. You say it 3 times. Yeah, Candyman coming for me tonight. Candyman is not coming for me tonight. I'm gonna have to close my door to my bathroom. Just so I don't wonder if something coming out through the mirror. Oh God.
Feed y'all, the board saying no. They vote no, don't get no food. Why don't I give you no food? You hungry. I don't care what kind of car you drive. Get in this line.
Oh my God.
Because people don't understand that people are on budgets. They don't understand that sometimes the car you drive, you probably got it donated, given to you, left to you, a loved one, anything. But people judging on what they see, but don't know your story. They see your glory, but don't understand the story. I'm talking to y'all about all these things because all these things are going on. And I just want y'all to do better. Because when you know better, you do better. When you a little more educated to the process of what's going on, you get it. All these people that's running.
Okay.
Statute, which is they have 5 days to give you the answer that you're looking for. So say, for instance, you for your, I don't know, a Pagwa's record. They got 5 days to give it to you.
Okay. Hulu, when it comes to 48 laws and the time frame they have to give it to you within a reasonable time frame. They can give you a response. That response might not be the information right away. If it takes longer than 5 days and there's some sort of a labor component with it, you're asking for like a year's worth of documents or something, and it's beyond what is a normal request and it's labor intensive, it's going to take more than 5 days. So it depends on what you're asking for, how much data you're seeking, and in what format. If you're asking for this stuff to be put on DVDs, yeah, that's going to take longer than them just sending you something via, electronically or sending it in an email attachment. So it varies. And where did she get this stuff from? FOIA is a federal law. Where did you get that from?
And then sometimes they come out like, let me get this. They get 10 days. Then after that, guess what? When they don't buy bad, most people go sue. I'm putting you on game again. But that's how it goes. That way you have the answer yourself. And you're not listening to nobody. Because you got the answer through the FOIA.
Through the FOIA.
Attention car accident victims. The insurance company.
Through the FOIA. Y'all, we got some aluminum foil to go through.
Got it? I asked. What's the other one? YouTube and Spotify. That's it.
You heard about
Oh God.
PublicOpsTV. And then we
Okay. Because I can't hear that rap song no more. I think this part where she talk about some popcorn or something with this dude. Yeah, this woman is just super stupid. Is loony. She's loony. And crazy part is she'll believe what anybody say over her reading herself. Because reasons. Words, numbers. She just like, oh, is that it? Is that what it say? Never mind, she won't take time to Google it. She just, someone told me this. What you got? What's she at? And she gave a shout out to somebody here. It says a lot of things that doesn't make sense still. Why? Why listen to these people when you can just learn how to read? You got to break down the words and the enunciations and how it sounds. Cat, hat, bat, sat, mat, words that sound the same is easier to pick up, super stupid. And then you kind of upgrade to like 2 and 3 syllable words, And then you go from there, and that reading becomes a building block. And then you can read FBI policies and FOIA laws for yourself. You don't have to sit and let someone tell you some nonsense, because now you can read it on your own. You're welcome. Clown. What a clown. All right, y'all. For the sake of brevity, I'm gonna there's a couple other videos that I wanted to go through right quick from Public Ops, because he actually gave me a shout out. Yeah, I feel so special. He gave me a shout out. One is about Tangenique Miller. And the checks and stuff. If you guys have time, check out this video about because I've covered this extensively with this check and stuff here. And he has just some information on here about the checks. I'm gonna just get to this part here. And this is kind of segue into segues into the FBI indictment on Keith Freeman that we're gonna take a look at.
Van's getting ready. Van's getting ready.
Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna get ready.
Cost of living. Have you considered inflation? Have you considered collective bargaining? Have you considered all of the things that people normally do when they pass tax levies?
Oh, okay. But you raised taxes one time. Okay. All right. Trustee Belcher, you too?
Yeah.
You too?
Oh, you want my response?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. So this is where I'm confused at, because we just had a vote that you sat there and went through all this stuff. Like, oh, they cutting this, they cutting this, they cutting that. Then the next one, you want us to raise the taxes. I'm so confused right now, because if we didn't make those cuts, then this tax would have to take place to fund your luxurious lifestyle.
Okay, pause.
But no, you asked me to comment.
Go ahead.
I will not support a tax increase right now. Not sitting here and say I'm gonna still do what I want to do. I'm gonna double it next month.
Sidewalks, streets, and alleys. You gonna be deducted by $250,000. Stop it. I'm gonna double it next month.
Oh, taxpayers, give me y'all money.
Wow.
I'm not supporting it. Are you finished with me?
Yeah, this is something else. Like how she literally flip-flops in the same meeting. And fast forward a little bit. Yo, we gotta have ads. Sorry. Trying my best to mute them. This is something else.
Our bank accounts do not have a debit card, to be clear. The credit cards are issued by the bank. The last card was canceled or suspended in June by whoever had administrative rights over that account, which is not anyone sitting up here.
Thank you.
That's staff. So the last statement that you received was in June for that account.
Okay, the last statement we received was in May. I said it, and I was very clear when I said it. I said in communication, because you just stated be respectful to people. Not you, Tangenique. I'm talking to the mayor. Be respectful, but Janice Johnson had access to the account.
First of all, Tangenique Miller is not respectful. Secondly, in this video, it is confirmed that the two people that Super Stupid added to that Fifth Third bank account where she removed the village clerk was Janice Johnson and Tangenique Miller. So that's now been confirmed in these videos. Yep. They were added to, those are the two individuals in the court documents that I pulled up when the trustees filed an injunction to the court, because Super Stupid were writing those checks to Oak Construction for the total of $12,000 when they didn't even have a contract with Oak Construction. Oak Construction, where the same guy, Alex Nitchoff, the CEO, is now in prison for 5 years on a plea deal with the FBI. Yeah, that one. Tangenique Miller and Janice Johnson were the two people that were added to that bank account unlawfully, without board approval, in violation of local ordinances and resolutions that had been passed by the board. So she went to the bank, took Tangenique Miller and Janice Johnson with her. So they were willing participants in this. I don't care if Tangenique Miller and Janice Johnson are calling themselves corporating right now. I'm still calling you out. You went with her to that bank, knowing that you should not have aided in her committing bank fraud. You had documents filled out, knowing that she did not have the authority to take the village clerk off of the bank account without board approval, knowing that it was in violation of local ordinances, and you agreed to be added to a bank account without board approval in violation of local ordinances. These local ordinances being based on state statutes, state laws. So you broke the law on 2 levels. And you committed bank fraud because you didn't even notify the other signatory that they were being removed from the bank account. The bank had to notify the village clerk. And all of that is outlined in court documents. So it's no wonder if they're sitting out here hiding. Here's why. That's why. Because that's bank fraud. And they willfully participated in that. I'm shocked they're not listed in the FBI subpoena. That's what shocks me. But they didn't tell her, no, we're not doing that, girl. We're not going with you to do that. No. Especially after she had already got caught unlawfully utilizing the clerk's signature stamp. She just treated her clerk like crap, and people still want to give her crap for what? Super Stupid has dished out enough crap on these trustees and then on the clerk. And no, I don't like Stan Brown. He who will not be named can go to hell. Keith Freeman, know he got it coming. But there's court documents. They're listed in FBI subpoenas. So they know what they're dealing with. But this is why I say, why bash Kiana Belch or Brittany Norwood? Why are you bashing them? Jason House. They're not on the FBI investigation. They weren't named in the subpoenas. What are you dishing out all this venom to them for? For what? You can catch a fly with honey than you can with vinegar. You want FOIA information and you want engineering reports on St. Patrick's? Stop being an asshole. Maybe they'll help you get it faster. There you go. They're trying to have a soul for 5 minutes. Be able to name what they've done wrong specifically and show it with some evidence and documentation. It's crazy the hatred they get for when I can't even. I googled if Jason House has ever been to jail or was indicted by the FBI. I didn't see anything on that. And I'm not saying like he got a ticket or something. I'm saying as far as an FBI investigation related to him being a trustee. Was he indicted and charged? Did he go to prison? It's insane that people have this much venom and hatred against them, and it's unjustified at this point. It's like they just want to be mad about something. Like kick rocks, and grow up. That's my message to that.
So for mayor, for you to sit there and say only the clerk and Jason House, that's an absolute lie because she cuts the check. So I'm sure she wasn't cutting the check blindly. Also, we have stuff on this list from June. She makes the decisions what checks go out, which I'll tell her to hold and not hold. So that means she had access because we had emails from the bank that showed the people that had access and control, because at some point you guys stopped letting the clerk and Jason House even see what was in the account, and they had to send the information via email. So don't get up here and say nobody had access to the account, because Janice Johnson and I'm sure the finance director Tanjanique had access. Nevertheless,
yes,
I just want to be very clear, because I requested, if you're saying that it was canceled, show us the June statement that was canceled, because for at some point or some shape, form, or fashion, when you did get back on the bank account and the clerk was on the account at the time, the last statement started showing the American Express card that's been used through the police department, when Tanjanique said there was no credit card at all, when the American Express card originally had $3,000 here, $3,000 there that we were seeing until we were moved from my viewpoint.
The mayor can only issue checks up to $5,000 with no board approval for special events.
Now it's $37,000, $50,000.
Oh my God. Y'all, Kiana is going in. Oh man.
Can sign checks up to $20,000. This one slipped under my radar. 50 checks signed by Freeman equal $1 million. Make that make sense.
Christ.
28,000. So that means that all of the transactions that was on the Fifth Third account have now been used through the American Express card. I don't care if it's Fifth Third, American Express, U.S. Bank, we're entitled to it. So please just give us access to either accounts payable again on my viewpoint or the credit card so we don't have to sit here. We can see what you spent it on and move forward.
Can I address
Go ahead.
Janice had access to see the account, to print out bank balances, which we had to
shouldn't
do
have been listed
based
on
on a
it.
court order.
Yes.
That's why we provided bank balances daily. That was
She
by
shouldn't have
court
been on
order.
it.
Right, but the mayor just said that nobody had access to it.
Administrative access was only by the two people who.
No, the two people that were signatories was the mayor and the village clerk. Super Stupid goes to Fifth Third Bank, according to court documents, and had the clerk removed and added Tangenique Miller and Janice Johnson, which violated local ordinances and state law. So they should have never been added in the first damn place. Why is this something that Thunkhead is not understanding right now, Tangenique Miller? I hope she sees my video. You got to come and that's bank fraud. It's like almost rising to the level of co-conspirator. You a willful participant in this. You didn't tell her, no, that's not what the law states. We're not doing it. Don't add us on there. Don't add me on there. I don't care if it's admin, right? It's really, you not being able to sign the check is irrelevant. If you were added on there as signatories, you had the ability to sign a check. But when you restricted the trustees from my viewpoint and you did not put out bank statements, no one knew what you were signing or not signing anyway. So what difference does it make? You should not have ever been added to the account. And someone can tag Tangenique Miller to my video. And she can sit here and try to debate me all day, but what you can't do is lie against court documents. I dare you. This is ridiculous.
Who were over the account, which they were the only ones who could add or cancel any card on the account.
Just doing
that was not
nails?
something Janice could do. She did not have that access.
Correct.
Any check that Janice cut had to be signed by those two people who had administrative access. Janice could not issue a check without those signatures first.
Preach.
So of course I had to go back and do my digging to get a copy of the email that came directly from the representative at Fifth Third Bank.
Yeah. Tiffany from Marriages Unsubbed. Oh Lord. Oh no, what's the problem? Is it the mod thing? Is it the mod thing? Come on now. What's the matter? Tangenique Miller always comes with an attitude. Yeah, apparently. Hey, Just Doing Nails. Listen, we want to pay homage to another fantastic content creator. Underrated, if you ask me. I love Just Doing Nails. I always tag her in my videos, and I'm always checking out hers. Some of her videos have garnered more views than Hannibal is Hungry. So you guys make sure you go and check out her channel. Please drop the link to her YouTube channel in the chat. Tiffany from Marriages Unsubbed. Oh no. Trash Panda, how you doing? I bet Super Stupid's house is a wreck after you. Hi, Sharon Gregory. How you doing? That was a purpose not to let the boy see anything. Exactly. Joyce, bottomless pit. Not gonna chat for a while, watching while I eat. That's fine with me. I'm glad you tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. See, Chad, how you doing? How can thieves not know how the bank works? You know, it's a fickle thing. They act like they don't know how banks work when it comes to signatories and admin rights and the stuff that banks would not ever testify to in a court of law. You on the account or you're not. If you're listed as a signatory, you able to sign checks. You know, I mean, what's an admin right? You just view only and you can't do anything, then why are you on it? There are local ordinances that permit on no more than 2 people to be on the account. They don't need 1,000 people on it. That's why you have 2. Keeps down the temptation of people wanting to do things with accounts they shouldn't be doing. She added 2 more people, super stupid, along with herself to that Fifth Third bank account. When the law and the ordinance says that it should be 2. That's what the local ordinance and the resolution stated. 2 people, maximum. She added 2 more. So it was 3 people. Admin or not, you shouldn't have been on it. Crazy. Just crazy. Sharon Gregory, you ain't gonna win with my girl receipts. Yes, Kiana Bell should just chew them out every time, and we love it. Mindy, I'm just doing nails. We all do. I absolutely enjoy just doing nails content. See, content creators that are confident in their own creativity can support and enjoy content from others without it being a competition or anything. That's why I take time out to enjoy other people's content. You guys teach me things too. Always be in a state of learning. And then if you're creative, there's certain ways you can present the same information and it come out differently and enjoyable and entertaining. Just doing nails is fantastic. So please make sure her YouTube channel is dropped in the chat. You guys check out her content. Thank you so much, Foxy. Thank you so much for that. You guys, listen. Southern Confidential come through here. It just Pink Book Lessons. I would love for her to come through here. So thank you so much for coming in and tuning in. I appreciate that. And you're always welcome, of course. Always welcome. That's why I love you and Messy. She got me turned on you. Yes, Messy me shine. Something else. She'll child. Bye, girl. She talks just like she would if you were sitting right next to her having a glass of wine. I mean, it's just personable and relatable that I just enjoy. Just doing nails content is also very well edited. I love how she does the side by side where she'll do the same thing like this, where she'll have super contradicting her stuff in the same video. And it's awesome. I love it. Because now you can see it all in one video on how she flips sides. Like this is just crazy. Dear Woke Christian, is my Morehouse spiritual brother here? I know he got church in the morning. Deacon got to get up early. So, Trash Panda, a user claiming to be 4% told me to stop giving gas to Big Back. She all barking, no bite again. Ruffles ain't your friend. I said it. And so shall it be said. Oh man, Enrique say just doing nails stole J9E thumbnail art and bumped her off the algorithm. What? She did not. I don't know who's been doing it longer. I think I've been watching Just Doing Nails longer. I found out about J9 once I started reporting on Super Stupid and Dalton, but they're both great. There's a lot of great content creators out there. But Just Doing Nails and Southern Confidential, highly underrated. So I just really hope that they can definitely get some more love and support over that way. But Just Doing Nails, don't sleep on her. I'm telling you all, she's got a few videos that have more views than Hannibal is Hungry. And he's got more subs. So when I say stellar work, I mean stellar. All right. All right, let's get back to it. Because Kiana was chewing asses out.
And I'll make sure that you have a copy of it so you can present it to the world. But it says Jason House and Allison Key are signers on the Village of Dalton accounts. However, the current administrators for Fifth Third Direct Online platform is Keith Freeman, Tanjanique Miller, and Janice Johnson.
So you're saying, she's saying they hijacked that they couldn't see it,
and
but it's clearly saying,
saying that Keith Freeman, Tanjanique Miller, and Janice Johnson were the ones that was actually can see anything that was going on. And then it goes on to state that the administrators are the ones that can cancel the credit cards. So once again, the stories that are being portrayed to the public are not accurate stories, and I have a problem with that.
Yep.
You got Trustee House or Clerk Key. Did either one of y'all cut off the credit card?
No.
Okay, thank you.
From the bank.
Please forward the email to the Board of Trustees.
You had it tonight.
I've been waiting on a whole lot of stuff.
Okay, guess what she did?
So speaking of the email that was sent at 12:23 a.m. Regarding items that were pulled off the warrant list in April.
Okay, so I'm good with this. So listen here, let's get to Keith Freeman's indictment. Y'all, listen, make sure y'all check out Public Ops. Okay, check out Public Ops. Go show up some love. Thank you for the shout out, Public Ops. He showed me some love on 2 of the videos. This one here. Oh, here's another one. He showed some love here about Keith Freeman. And he just went in on Keith Freeman. And this is exactly why we're going to go to Keith Freeman's indictment. As you all can see, he's in a lot of trouble. He in hella trouble, okay? And this is one of the reasons why he is fully cooperating with the feds. Does he have a choice? Is the question. No, he doesn't. If he enjoys his liberty and freedom, he don't have a choice. So, oh man, this is something else. U.S. of A v. Keith Douglas Freeman. Violation, Title 18, U.S. Code, Section 157, Sub 2. This special November 2023 grand jury charges it. Times material to this indictment, relevant individuals, entities, and accounts. Defendant Keith Douglas Freeman resided in Orland Park, Illinois. Is that supposed to be Orlando? I'm assuming it's Orlando. Is that supposed to be Orlando? Is it Orlando or Orlando? Shout out to you're welcome. Hi, Naomi. How you doing? Will be prison behind not accused of election interference. No way in using city or township monies for attorneys while she is still employed. Yeah, no, I mean, they can still get whatever judgment is issued against her. They just need to garnish her wages, get it from her directly, and that's it. I think the village and the Thornton Township need to file to have themselves removed from those lawsuits, so that when it comes down to it, she's the only one paying for it. That's how that works. You're welcome, Laura. Providing a safe place for a safe place here. Listen, what's going on with Tiffany Familia? Why are you upset? She's gone. She unsubbed. She said I unsubbed. Oh no. You can't do weird comments. You want to be a mod. You saying weird comments. It is Orland Park. Okay. I just want to make sure because like they missing the O. Okay, it is Orland Park. Cool. Freeman generated income from various sources, including the following. From in or around January 22 through in or around April 24, Freeman was the village administrator of the village of Dalton with an annual salary of approximately $100,000. From in or around March 22 through in or around April 24, he was the municipality manager of Thornton Township with an annual salary of approximately $70,000. Is there no one else? Why are the same people holding multiple jobs? Could they not get anyone else to be either the village administrator or the municipality manager? And why would Thornton Township trustees agree to that? Get somebody else. Like I would have said, no, we don't have to have Keith Freeman over here and over there. There are other people that are qualified that will do the right thing and keep super stupid in check that we can hire. Why that's $170,000 from two positions. As if no one else could work these jobs. This makes no sense. He just single-handedly flooding the market. From in or around November 17 through in or around April 21, Freeman was the village administrator of the village of Robbins, with his salary set by village ordinance. And from at least in or around December 21 through in or around January 22, Freeman approximately received $24,500 in consulting fees from a business located in Northfield, Illinois, Company A that financed lease purchase of firefighting and other equipment by municipalities and governmental organizations. So he basically was a contractor providing, equipment and firefighting and other equipment to municipalities. So you serve as a contractor and you're an employee. Oh my God. What? Why? Get other people to do these jobs and let them get paid that salary. This is insane. Freeman was affiliated with multiple companies, including the following. Freeman was the sole owner of Government Staffing Advisors. Freeman was an owner of Keith Freeman LLC, DBA Duda's Novelty Store. Freeman was an officer of CBPI, DBA CBPI Duda's, a corporation owned by Freeman's spouse. Freeman had control and signature authority over multiple bank accounts, including the following. Freeman, oh Lord. He was the sole account holder and signatory of JP Morgan Chase account 8642. He was the sole account holder and signatory of Bank of Montreal account 5818. Y'all just giving the last four of the account numbers. And he controlled and was the sole administrator of Coastal Community Bank account 8335, an account open in the name of Government Staffing Advisors, Inc. probably one of those shell, companies that kind of was like the same premise of what was going on with Alice Snitchoff. The information I went over with how they were buying properties and avoiding property taxes, and then they was transferring these sales of these properties and pins through shell accounts. I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of it. Chapter 7 bankruptcy proceedings. So Chapter 7 of Title 11 U.S. Code provided individuals who are unable to pay their debts with an opportunity to obtain a fresh financial start through the discharge of pre-existing debt. In order to initiate Chapter 7 bankruptcy, an individual known as the debtor was required to file a bankruptcy petition with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court. Filing of a Chapter 7 bankruptcy petition automatically stayed collection activity by creditors against the debtor. In addition, bankruptcy petition, a debtor was required to file certain documents in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court that detailed the debtor's financial condition, known as schedules, and a statement of financial affairs. With respect to the schedules, the debtor was required to disclose his current financial circumstances and sign a statement under the penalty of perjury, meaning it had to be like a sworn statement or an affidavit that the schedules were true and correct before filing them with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court. And then it has a list of the schedules below: Schedule AB, Schedule EF, Schedule I. I'm not going to read every single thing here, but you guys can go back to the video if you want and take a look at it. Plus, this document is available online. I just did a Google search. With respect to the statement of financial affairs, the debtor was required to disclose his financial history, including his employment, income from employment, and income from operation of a business or any other source in the year of filing and for the immediate 2 prior calendar years, and whether he was an officer of a corporation. Of course, as with the schedules, the debtor was required to sign a statement under penalty of perjury again. So you say that these statements are true, and genuine and honest under the penalty of perjury. And if you lie like hell, you can be charged with perjury. It's a crime. It's a felony. Let's see. I'm just gonna kind of scroll down through some of this. They go back on the background information of the documents, the schedules. Let's see. Info provided in schedules in the statement of financial affairs was material to a determination by the U.S. trustee, the Chapter 7 trustee, and creditors, whether based on the debtor's income, the debtor had properly filed the Chapter 7 bankruptcy petition, whether the debtor had disclosed assets consistent with his income, and whether the U.S. trustee, Chapter 7 trustee, or creditors should object to the discharge of his debts or move to dismiss the bankruptcy case. So you got to be honest, because that helps to determine whether or not you qualify, you're eligible to be, discharged from the debt. And a lot of times, this is how you end up with bankruptcy fraud. People use this measure that we have here in the United States of America as a way to just avoid paying their debts. They could afford to do it, but they just don't want to. But people who can't afford to do it, we get the short end of the stick because of reasons. Because you got idiots like this taking advantage of the system. The debtor was required to appear at a meeting of creditors known as a 341 meeting and to testify under oath concerning his financial affairs. So let's go down. And Keith Douglas Freeman, defendant herein devised and intended to devise a scheme to defraud, and for the purpose of executing and concealing the scheme, and attempting to do so, filed and caused to be filed documents in a bankruptcy case under Title 11 of the U.S. Code. It was part of the scheme that, for purposes of fraudulently staying debt collection actions and fraudulently obtaining a discharge of his debts, Freeman attempted and did defraud his creditors and the Chapter 7 trustee by taking steps to conceal his assets and sources of income prior to filing a bankruptcy petition, and then filing a bankruptcy petition and making false statements and providing false documents during the course of the bankruptcy case that were designed and intended to, 1, conceal Freeman's actual financial circumstances and history, conceal whether he had disclosed assets consistent with his income, fraudulently prevent creditors and Chapter 7 trustee from determining whether Freeman had properly filed the Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection, and fraudulently prevent creditors and the Chapter 7 trustee from objecting to the discharge of Freeman's debts or moving to dismiss the case. Because if they determine that you have healthy financials, you make a lot of money, you don't even have bad credit, you just need to pay your damn bills, we're going to object or dismiss it. Some parts, depending on what type of debt it is, they may have objected to some of the debt and not the rest. So they may have said, okay, we're going to object to him not, trying to get away with not paying his mortgage, but we might be okay with him not paying this $300,000 debt over here. But this is why you should be honest. Lying like hell doesn't get you anywhere. They lie like they breathe air. It's ridiculous. You lie like you breathe air, and numbers don't lie. That's one thing that I could say. If anybody works with numbers, numbers don't lie. They don't lie. They don't lie. You can't go in here and say, "Oh, I ain't had, I don't make this amount of money." Blah 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 blah. This stuff can be found at the Department of Revenue, Department of Labor, the IRS. Your businesses, tax filings. They can go and get the information they need to get. And if it comes up to where, okay, you hiding these assets, your bank accounts, your 401k, your retirement accounts, anything that's generating interest and income, we're gonna do the math. This is where those forensic auditors, those forensic accountant auditors come into play with the FBI. That's all they do. They go in and they look at it for themselves. They get all the documentation and evidence, and then they reconcile the numbers. And when there's a variance, when it's not, 2 + 2 is still 4. And if it's not aligning up to where, if you got this income over here coming in, but you reported you had this income over here, and you somehow left out an extra zero, you put down 10,000 when it should have been 100,000. They're going to be able to see this big ass variance when they're trying to do reconciliation. So what's the purpose of lying? What's the purpose of lying? This is why Keith Freeman is in deep shit. Not only because he lied to the FBI, but because there is dozens and dozens and dozens of videos of him lying as a administrator in his official capacities about more budgets and financials, because he lied about not being added to a bank account and perpetuated bank fraud. He lied about these things. So you see how this stuff comes together? Y'all see how this is adding up now? It's not just, well, he lied to the FBI about bankruptcy. No, he lied about a lot of other things. Oh, he lied about so much more. And the difference is, there's YouTube videos of him lying about more financials, about not being on an account, trying to conceal FOIA information that should be made available to the public, trying to conceal credit card statements and bank statements, telling staff to not release FOIA information, not to post up budget reports. Y'all, he got it coming. What's going on, Koala? Koala T Reacts is in the house. Let's go. Thank you for visiting. Oh my good Lord. Koala, we going over FBI indictment where this dude's gonna go to prison. He going to prison. You all drop Koala T Reacts YouTube channel in the chat. He is a fast growing reactor channel. Yeah, he is funny. He is so funny. He is a lot of fun. You're just 10 tons of fun. And I love you. Mama proud of you. Thank you for stopping in and coming by. We got some celebrities in the house just doing nails in here. Koala T Reacts. Tiffany from Mayor's mad. What happened with Tiffany? Where did she get into a comment removed or something? She just not happy. What's going on? Kyler, what percentage of legal forgiveness do you receive if you turn whistleblower after you've been caught? I don't know. I mean, the thing is, because he's been named throughout these FBI subpoenas. Let me just put your question back up. The problem is that that's not all he lied about. It wasn't just the bankruptcy fraud. That to me is like a starter. what he could end up having is a superseding indictment. Here's where superseding indictment comes into play, right? So they've already indicted him on something. But then we got some FBI subpoenas out here. He's named throughout those FBI subpoenas, including his businesses, government staffing advisors. That's on the subpoena as well. The fact that he was added to that bank account, the fact that there's an email documentation proof of him literally telling people to ignore FOIA laws, federal law about releasing financial disclosures, or to lie about it. So providing false statements and false information. That a lot of the things he did carries a charge in and of itself. And so what will happen is they'll sit down and they'll see the extent to how he has cooperated so far. If they feel like he's still held back and they got to come across something on their own, they're going to be like, listen, you told us this, but you didn't tell us this. Or you still withheld some stuff from us. And we had to find out. And then they have to just consider and evaluate, in the pursuit of justice here. Would it be reasonable to say, if we line up all the charges he has, and even if one charge has multiple counts, let's say he gets 2 counts of fraud charge, right? For just hypothetical. They might not be able to look away completely at the possible consequence that may include some prison time. Now they can reduce it, but they might not be able to look away when they are done at the end of the day and they're ready to drop the indictment on Super Stupid and Siggy because he got it coming. Perhaps a super CD on Keith Freeman. And it might not be able to just say, well, you did cooperate, but we can't just say you're not going to prison. Depending on what the charges look like at the end of the day and how many counts and his role in each. They might not be able to just say, yeah, okay, we won't take you to jail. We won't take you to prison. So we look at the example of Alex Nitschau. He made a plea deal. He gave up information too, and he still went to prison for 5 years. They wanted to get 7+ years on his ass. So there is, when it comes to certain charges, the punishment has to fit the crime, right? So judges use this guidance. They use this book determined based on the charge. This is a federal, investigation. So based on the charges, what's the ideal or standard, penalty for that charge based on how many counts of that charge you get, what you're looking at, because it adds on time in prison. And they total it up and then they assess the reasonableness of the penalty of it. And then, of course, based on the state of Illinois, those types of charges, how much prison time does those charges carry? So he might, more than likely him being a whistleblower, it's all in the name of him not going to prison. That's in his mind. He's trying to avoid going to prison. But if it comes down to it, and let's say hypothetically, he might be spared from spending 8 years in prison, but he still may have to go for 2 and then maybe have probation. That might be just based on the law and what they are permitted to do and not do as far as the penalty. Because at the end of the day, the FBI can't just ignore the law. If there's laws in place that say, if you commit this crime, and this is the charge, and these are the counts for that charge you have, this is the penalty. Now, you can work out a plea deal with the attorney general, but that plea deal might not just completely remove you from the possibility of having prison time. That's the reality of it. And this is why I'm going over it, because it's not just this indictment on the bankruptcy. You got to consider all of the things that he has been involved in that's going to be added to the indictment for Super Stupid and Siggy and anybody else that's going to be indicted. Not all of them are under investigation, but for the ones that are, if he's had a hand, even as a co-conspirator, he might be looking at some time. And once they add it all up, they might not be able to completely avoid prison. So that's just one of the things I want to kind of let people know. We got to be realistic with this and not think, oh, he's not going to go because he's cooperating. He might still go. The same thing happened with what's the guy's name? Michael, that was Trump's fixer. What's his name? Michael, I can't think of his last name. Michael Cohen? Is it Michael Cohen? This guy, Donald Trump's fixer. He flipped. He's a prime example of that. What's his last name? Now he speaks out against him. Michael, is it Michael something? Michael Cohen? Michael somebody. He was Donald Trump's personal assistant, attorney, kind of known as his fixer. Michael Cohen. There you go. Thank you, Foxy. Michael Cohen. He's a prime example of that. He cooperated with the feds and everything, and he still went to prison. He still had to do some time. But he realized, even with all the cooperation, he was a fixer. He knew where a lot of the bodies were buried. It still came down to he had to do what, 2-3 years in prison? So that might be the same end result for Keith Freeman. He knows where the bodies are buried. He's cooperating. But he still might have to do 2 or 3 years in prison. Michael Cohen had to do it. And that's the epitome example that I can provide to kind of realistically show you all why Keith Freeman is not out of hot water. He's not out of hot dookie yet. He's just not out of it. And it's unfortunate because a lot of things that he decided to do. He can't say, I was forced to do this. I was just following orders. It doesn't work now. That's not going to work in every scenario. So just like with Michael Cohen, who had to go to prison for 2 or 3 years, and he was Donald Trump's fixer and personal attorney, the same goes for Keith Freeman. And he's nobody's president's attorney. He's nowhere near the president level. And even Michael Cohen went to prison. So I want you all to think about that apples and that comparison here. Michael Cohen was the personal attorney and fixer to the current president of the United States, second time president. And he still went to prison with all his cooperation. What you think gonna happen with Keith Freeman? What you think gonna happen with Keith Freeman? He's not avoiding prison. I don't think, I'm just giving my honest opinion here. He's not totally avoiding prison here. And I think the FBI knows that. He may have been told that. But all of the evidence that's out there, all those meetings where he lied and put out a false perception, failed to follow FOIA laws, participated in other fraudulent activity, spent credit card. I mean, I've gone over credit cards where he spent thousands of dollars on credit cards without approval from the board and then tried to hide it. He's not going to completely, in my opinion, he's not going to completely avoid prison. That's just my personal opinion. And it's, him cooperating should be something he should want to do just to do the right thing, not just because he want to avoid prison. Because to me, you're not genuine about it if you're only doing this just because you don't want to go to prison. No, you do the right thing because it's high time for you to do the right thing. That's it. Michael Cohen was even able to suck it up and say, you know what? He talked with Al Sharpton. I watched one of the interviews he did. And he was like, came to my realization, I'm going to prison. I'm going to prison. He was in there for a few years. He got out and he did probation, and now he speaks out. He has his own YouTube channel, radio, podcast, doing well, looks good. But even he went. He was the personal assistant to the president. All right. So the FBI, they should not show any preferential treatment. But if that's what Michael Cohen got, imagine what it's going to be like for Keith Freeman. That's all I want you all to keep in mind. Let's get to it. Let's finish this up. It was further part of the scheme that beginning in or around July 23, for the purposes of concealing his income and personal financial transactions from his creditors, Freeman stopped using BMO account 5818 in Freeman's name and transitioned his banking activity to Coastal Bank account 8335 in the name of government staffing advisor. So he's moving money around. It was further part of the scheme that on or about January 324, Freeman filed a bankruptcy petition in U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Northern District of Illinois, thereby initiating a Chapter 7 bankruptcy case. It was further part of the scheme that on or about January 324, Freeman filed in Freeman bankruptcy case his schedules and a statement of financial affairs signed under penalty of perjury that contained materially false statements and material omissions. So he left out some important numbers that the court would have needed to determine whether or not they should object or dismiss the bankruptcy overall. And he just flat out lied. If he lied like hell to the federal government under the penalty of perjury, trust me, he didn't care about lying as a village administrator. He didn't. I don't think he understands the consequences he's truly facing, though. And the fact that he could get a superseding indictment dropped against his ass. He doesn't understand it. I don't think he's thought about that. It was further part of the scheme that on or about January 324, Freeman filed a Schedule AB, disclosing total assets of approximately $5,251. Not when you making $100,000. What? Oh, come on. It's a joke. Schedule AB was false and fraudulent in that, in response to question 17, deposits of money, which required Freeman to identify financial accounts. Freeman falsely represented that he had a single checking account at BMO Bank, when in truth, Freeman knew that he was then using the Coastal Community Bank account 8335 in the name of government staffing advisors as a personal account, including depositing money into this account that he earned as municipality manager of Thornton Township. Mind you, that salary was $70,000 with the Thornton Township. $70,000. Is he still employed there? Because if he is, I don't understand. What the hell is going on? I wish people would stop being nice. Please. Please. Dalton trustees and Thornton Township trustees, hear ye, hear ye. Lady Luck declares, please stop being nice. Please, I beg of you. You got to grow a spine and be a little bit more tough with this. If he is still employed at the municipality as a manager of Thornton Township, we have a problem. Please stop being nice. It's not helping. It is not helping. It's not helping. Good God, stop being nice. I mean, I'm happy that they won. You got a new administration coming in Thornton Township. You got a new supervisor. You got new trustees. Stop being nice. No one owes Keith Freeman anything. You don't owe him anything. And this is one of the reasons why people are saying he should be terminated. I understand it. I know he is cooperating. He doesn't personally have a choice unless he, like I said, unless he wants to go to prison longer than what he's looking at. So he doesn't really have a choice. And if he's doing this, like I said, to avoid prison, he's got a rude awakening coming. You're not more important than somebody like a Michael Cohen here. So, yeah, plus you're a black man in America. You might want to think twice about that, bro. You might want to think twice about that, bro. It was further part of the scheme that on or about January 324, Freeman filed a Schedule EF in Freeman bankruptcy case, disclosing total debts of $174,763 that was false and fraudulent. In that Freeman, knowing that Village of Robbins had a claim against Freeman for unauthorized payments. So he had been doing this nonsense for a while. He didn't just do it in the Village of Dalton. He did it in the Village of Robbins. He did not list the Village of Robbins as an unsecured creditor, which deprived the Village of Robbins of notice of and the opportunity to timely participate in the bankruptcy case. Wow. So he had a whole claim against him from the Village of Robbins. And he didn't say nothing about it. Ooh, that's a lot of lying, Keith Freeman. You lying like hell. Hell is hot. Hell is hot, bro. Y'all, oh my God, this is something else. It was further part of the scheme that on or about January 324, Freeman filed a Schedule I that was false and fraudulent. He just lied on all the schedules. Freeman falsely represented that his only employment was as the municipality manager of Thornton Township, when he knew that he was also the village administrator of the village of Dalton with a $100,000 a year salary. Like, we can't watch the YouTube videos. It's such a dumb lie to tell. Why would you lie that bad? It's a stupid lie. Are you kidding? It's like me saying, I don't have a YouTube channel. And then y'all see all these damn videos of me having a YouTube channel. Like, are you kidding? Grief, you can't make this up. What were you thinking, Keith Freeman? You didn't even try to get creative with it. You just lied. Oh, God awful. Oh my God. Man, come on. Sweet baby Jesus. All right. Lord. Freeman falsely reported that his monthly income was approximately $7,167 when he knew then that his monthly income as both the municipality manager of Thornton Township and the village administrator of Dalton was approximately $15,000 per month. Y'all see here? Monthly income. His monthly income was approximately $15,000 per month. Now I'm mad. Must be doing something wrong. I wish the guard YouTube paid me $15,000 a month. Please, Jesus, let that happen. Are you kidding? This is crazy. It was further part of the scheme that on or about January 3, 2024, Freeman filed the Schedule J in the Freeman case that was false and fraudulent. So he just keep lying like hell. Keep on lying. And the defendant falsely reported that his net monthly income was $94.72 when defendant knew that his net monthly income was substantially in excess of $94.72. Is this what I'm seeing right? $94.72? Am I seeing that right? $94.72 as a net monthly income. They probably looking at him like, how the fuck are you alive? How are you alive? Am I seeing this right? Y'all tell me if I'm seeing this right. Oh my God. $94.72. Hey, GB. Can you view the emails? Hey, Model. I'll be listening. Haven't been feeling well lately. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. Get some rest. Let this video soothe you to sleep. I'll go ASMR. We'll do some ASMR reading indictments. You have some people like that actually would enjoy that. Go back and see the emails that Keith Freeman was the go-to with the CPA, Banks and Tiffany. I believe it. I'm sure it's a lot of history that I just kind of skipped over, just trying to get to the meat of the indictment. But I mean, he couldn't even be honest about simple numbers and mathematics. Wow. He was the go-to for the CPA. Is that the same CPA at Thornton Township that somehow don't know how to do audits and want people to accept numbers? Is that the same CPA? Because they got to go. Oh my God. That is this, man, come on. Don't tell me that the FBI messed up this bad. Y'all seeing this number? $94. Look, 94.72. It's no other numbers behind it. He's saying his net monthly income was $94.72 each month. This is not a third world country. How are you not poor and on the street and homeless? He going to prison. Just for trying to insult our intelligence on a collective level. Keith Freeman, you gonna go to prison. You going to prison, bro. Oh, God. It was further part of the scheme that on or about January 3, 2024, Freeman filed a statement of financial affairs that was fraudulent in that Freeman falsely reported that for the calendar year 22, his gross income was $45,186 when he knew that his gross income from his employment as both municipality manager and village administrator, combined with consulting fees from Company A, that's where he was doing the firefighter equipment and stuff, was approximately $140,000. $140,000. Freeman falsely represented that for the calendar year 23, his gross income was $99,647 when he knew that his gross income from his employment from both jobs was approximately $195,000. Gross income now. Okay? Gross income for 2023 was $195,000. I'm doing a lot of things wrong. I should be making $195,000 a year. Legitimately. Oh my God. Y'all make sure y'all like this video and share it. Lady Luck Club ready to make $195,000 a year reading these indictments. ASMR. Freeman falsely represented the only business that he owned was Keith Freeman LLC when he knew that he also owned government staffing advisors. Like that wouldn't come up in a business license. Keith Freeman, you lied so stupidly. It's just insulting to read, but we gonna keep reading. It was further part of the scheme that Freeman attempted to and did conceal material facts from his creditors and the Chapter 7 trustee, included but not limited to the fact, as of the filing of the Freeman case, he was the village administrator of the village of Dalton, earned approximately $100,000 in annual income, was the owner of government staffing advisors, controlled the bank account at Coastal Community Bank in the name of government staffing advisors, into which he deposited his income, in which account Freeman used as his personal bank account. Was an officer of CBPI, owned by his spouse, had within the 2 prior years received income in the form of consulting fees from Company A, while employed as the village administrator of the village of Robbins, had received approximately $90,396 in excess of his authorized salary, and that the village of Robbins had a claim against him related to those funds. It was further part of the scheme that on or about January 30, 2024, Freeman caused to be submitted to Chapter 7 trustee a purported copy of his 2022 Form 1040 individual tax return, signed under penalty of perjury. So now he's going to have the IRS coming after his ass. The IRS does not care if you cooperate with them. You are required to. But you let them find out the hard way you done lied like hell to them on such a stupid, mundane level. They just going to take everything you got. Oh, you talking about seizing some assets and freezing some accounts here. He about to be broke as hell because the IRS does not give a crap about you cooperating with anybody else. They want their money. Oh, man, they finna get his ass. They finna get him. Freeman had not filed a 2022 Form 1040 individual income tax return with the IRS. He didn't even file taxes. It was further part of the scheme that the phony 2022 form, they said phony 2022 Form 1040, individual income tax return Freeman provided to Chapter 7 trustee falsely represented that Freeman's total income from employment was $45,186 when Freeman knew that his income from employment in 2022 substantially exceeded this amount. What the hell? Man, oh my God. It was further part of the scheme that on or about January 30, 2024, while testifying under oath at a 341 meeting, Freeman falsely represented that he was not an employee of the village of Dalton and that he not get paid by Dalton when it's going to show up on how many budget reports and warrant lists? How many paycheck stubs did he have from them? Oh, the fact that he used credit cards. Are you kidding? These are dumb ass lies to tell. This is why I keep saying he's still going to prison. He's still going to prison. He might not go for as long as he should. There's no way he's going to avoid it at this point. And if you all see the laundry list of things they want from the FBI subpoenas that I've gone over at least twice, oh man, you're done for, bro. You are done for. And then the IRS is coming after you. And they're not for play. They don't care. You cooperate with the FBI? Well, good, you should. That's it. They'll lock you up too. He either gonna catch, let me tell you something. He either gonna catch prison from either the FBI or the IRS. Because they will lock his ass up as well. You can't pay back all this money you owe us. Oh, okay, lock his ass up. That's it. They're not even gonna be nice about it. It's just gonna get to the point. Especially when you've already perjured yourself and intentionally lied. You didn't even file taxes, and yet you lied to a U.S. bankruptcy court that you filed this form that went to the IRS when you didn't even file taxes. What? He going to prison. He going to prison. Bye, Keith Freeman. Y'all just wear Keith Freeman by. Oh, man. Orange is his new black. I don't care how much he cooperates. The IRS will put his ass there if the FBI does it. Oh, no. Oh, my God. In my opinion, I have to say that for reasons. I don't know. It's so obvious that he's going, but okay. It was further part of the scheme that Freeman did misrepresent, conceal and hide, and cause to be misrepresented, concealed and hidden. Acts done in furtherance of the scheme and the purposes of those acts. Who, child? Keith Douglas Freeman, defendant herein for the purpose of executing and concealing the above described scheme and attempting to do so, filed and caused to be filed a document, namely schedules and a statement of financial affairs in a proceeding under Title 11, namely a Chapter 7 bankruptcy case, in violation of Title 18 U.S. Code Section 1572, true bill, 4-person, and they signed it. This is the unsigned copy, but you guys can see here. It was signed by Amarjeet S. Bachua, acting U.S. attorney. And this dropped last year before, 2023. Oh, man. Dude, man. Y'all, Lacey, I'm going to have to do a whole nother video on Lacey. Because his indictment is 24 pages. I want to go through his. But listen, that's going to be all I'm going to do. Listen. Oh, my Jesus. We're going to go over Lacey's in another live tomorrow. How about that? Because his is long. And I really want to chew his ass out. Mr. Potato Head got it coming for me. Oh, yeah. And he trying to change his name. On the indictment, his name is listed as Louis Anthony Lacey Sr. So there's a junior out there somewhere. So good luck to you changing your name and acting as if nobody knows what the hell you You ain't gonna be able to do that, bro. You can't change your name because you're not gonna hide from the FBI. They already know where the hell you at all times. This is insanity, y'all. This is insanity. Yeah, the foyer, Lori's report is online. You can look it up online. You shouldn't have to foyer it. It's available online. GB, you on fire. Listen. Keith Freeman gonna be on fire too. When he running from the IRS in his church suit. Like, no, I was cooperating. I forgot. They still coming for me anyway. Leave me alone. Bam, 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 bam. That's not working. Y'all, you don't have a shot in hell. Y'all, boy, there's a junior. Yes, Lacey, there's a junior. He's a senior. There's got to be a junior somewhere. child. Oh my God. Freeman was the one who she said would not break until he said, I will give you what you need. Yeah, okay. The IRS will make sure he breaks. Get out of here. Keith Freeman got it coming, y'all. Hey, Sharon, EMC2, how you doing? I didn't get the chance to say hello to you all coming in. Y'all, this has been something else. I've had a ton of fun. We're going to go over Lacey's FBI indictment. There's a reason for this. And just like I said, I want you all to know what's going on and just to be realistic about the situation here and understand that it's more than just, where he said, he could be a whistleblower. He could be a whistleblower. But so was Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen was a whistleblower, and he's still with the prison. It wasn't for like a year. I think he went for like 2 or 3 years. So he's still, being a whistleblower doesn't mean that you're just protected from penalty or consequence. It just means that you're cooperating and you're telling the truth. Something he needs to do. They need to tell the truth either way, right? And if you're going into this thinking, oh, I'm just gonna be able to get rid of all of this, all of these issues I have, I'm not going to prison. I'm just going to tell them with everything I think they should know. See, he lies so much. Sometimes that's a habit you have to break, right? Lies, when you're a habitual liar, especially when you lie about small, dumb things, it's a habit that has to be broken. And they know, the FBI is they're smarter than that, right? They know if you still lying to them or you still hiding information. If they have to find out by getting a subpoena from a bank that you really had access to this account, Keith Freeman, that Fifth Third bank account, and you had access to it, and you sit here violating 4A laws, and then you still lying like hell in videos and meetings, that's the stuff that really pisses them off. And then, of course, now you got the IRS. They can refer, and incorporate with other agencies. Now you got the FBI and the IRS that's going to be looking at you. The IRS will do what the FBI may not want to do. They will lock your ass up. That's it. I mean, it's not even to be, I'm not being cynical. It's literal. There's case law. There are people who, look at Wesley Snipes. He went to prison for a while because of the IRS, not because of the FBI. And the IRS will lock you up. They will lock you up, and they will not think twice. So now you see what Keith Freeman is truly facing, and you combine that with all the lies that he told when he was a village administrator, when he was over there at the Thornton Township as a municipality manager. I don't know if he still is or not. I hope not. Robert Hunt got it coming. I mean, these guys all work together. Robert Hunt, I found out, was a trustee in the village of Dalton. And then, of course, Thunkhead Lacey, Mr. Potato Head, right there is the fake chief of police. All these people have had, intertwinings together. And they've been at this for a while, 3-4 years plus. And then you add Siggy into the mix with his criminal ass. I mean, you really can't, if they knew about the information and failed to report it. Now you're being questioned as a co-conspirator. Robert Hunt got it coming too. That's why I did a video about him and the credit cards and stuff. I didn't mince words with that. I mean, and it's just, these people have the audacity to think that they don't owe anybody information. Like, how many times did shout out to Alicia Nicole, where she go to, Thornton Township meetings to say, well, what are the numbers? She may have laughed, but she was serious. And we were all in these live streams just as serious as well, waiting for him to say the numbers. And then he walking off like he got attitude. Oh, you got an attitude, Robert Hunt. Bring that sassy nonsense my way. I dare you. The hell wrong with you? That's not an option for you to release budget reports. That is required. It's disclosures. Or you shouldn't have the job you have when you're getting paid $7,500 every 2 weeks. So he's so done. They presented these reports that were unaudited, unverified, and then he called out sick from work. He's like, yeah, I ain't going in today. Nah, I can't do. Nah, them trustees should have said, oh, okay, well, are you able to talk? Because you can dial in. We'll send you a Zoom link. Dial in, because people are going to have questions about these numbers. And we're not in the mood to catch slack because of your nonsense. So you need to call in. We'll put you up on the jumbo screen of the TV that does work. The Squidworks owes us money for the other. We'll find out what's going on with Squidward tentacle legs today. But yeah, he meant to do that, y'all. So listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been 2 hours and 25 good minutes. This has been fun and entertaining. Thank you to all of those who came and tuned in. Shout outs to all of the great content creators, all of those who took time. You all here, 151 people in. Make sure you hit the like button. We're going to go over Lacey's indictment tomorrow. I have to somehow just muster up the strength to do my taxes. That's going to be annoying. And I just want to thank you all for the support. You guys are awesome. You know, it just doesn't get any better than this. These people got it coming. They're going to prison. He's so lit. Quality, you gotta be. Thank you so much, Quality. Make sure you drop the link to your YouTube channel, Quality, if you haven't. You guys check out his great content. He is a lot of fun. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to all of you. You guys have a great evening. Tune in tomorrow. We're gonna hit up Mr. Potato Head. You got it coming from me next, bro. I mean, this information is not here to read, but you know, I just want them to understand that they got it coming. Y'all be good. And until the next one, Lady Luck out. Deuces.